Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Grimworks Comic Corner, episode 16. It's just a catch-all podcast. We bring you what we picked up this week on singles, then we try to sell you on a trade back, and of course, at the end of the episode, we tell you what's coming up for tomorrow's comics. I'm Tony, and this is
Roman,
and we're just gonna get straight to it. We pick it up. We're gonna give you a quick, just good reads that you should just pick up. We're not gonna go like great to detail. And the first one's gonna be
Aquaman number 28 by Dan Abnett and drawn by Stepan Sajic.
So this is following the story that Aquaman's been trapped in Atlantis, and it just continues, man. He fights some villains, and you just get a little bit more of heart.
Yeah,
a little bit. It's just a great read. Pick it up. Next on the list is
Nightwing number 29. It is a Dark Knights Metal tie-in. It's written by Tim Seeley and drawn by Paul Pelletier.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with these tie-ins. They're showing you Batman villains all fucking heavy metaled out, and this one, it's Mr. Freeze. So you want to see him like more demony, more fucking metal. Check it out. Actually, he fights a pretty good group of people in this one too.
Yeah, that one's continuing from where it left off. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up is Superman number 31. It's written by James Bonney and drawn by Tyler Kirkham.
See, this one was alright. I hate that they went back before Deathstroke's trying to be good.
Yeah, this is supposed to be before Deathstroke number 21, where he becomes a good guy.
Good guy.
Quote unquote. But yeah, it's just a good story. It involves Lois. Again, it's gonna get to the heart of Superman.
Oh yeah,
Lois.
Lois has always been Superman's weakness.
But I mean, it just shows off like how much tenacity, I guess, Lois Lane actually has.
Plus, it shows you how Deathstroke is actually really smart.
Yes.
You figure some shit out, pick it up, guys.
So yeah, those are it for our honorable mentions.
Yeah, those are just, man, they're good reads, but there were better comics.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with
Justice League number 29, written by Brian Hitch and drawn by Fernando Passarin.
Finally, I got what I ever fucking wanted.
If you've been following up until now, this guy's been complaining there's not enough Aquaman kicking ass. And this one is Aquaman kicking ass.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. And the best thing is, if you guys know, Batman's always been prepared for every fucking superhero in case they get out of line.
Yes.
So Aquaman uses that against him, and it's just beat down city everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's fucking great. And still don't understand what's going on. I mean, close to the end, you kind of get like, oh, okay, so this is what happened. But I don't understand why Aquaman's Aquaman yet.
That's
I don't really
like,
get it.
That's one of the things. The whole thing is kids from the future come back in time to try to stop like an event from happening. It turns out that Wonder Woman is kind of the catalyst for all this.
You're like, Lantern. What kind of bad guy it is? It turns out it's a superhero.
Yeah, and Green Lantern, Simon Baz, is holding back something. Like there was a fight in the very early issues of Justice League. Yeah. And now what's happening is he's trying to contain it. It can't be contained anymore, and it's taking over Wonder Woman. So next issue, we're gonna find out like what's infected her. Could it possibly be the same thing that's infecting Aquaman?
Probably.
And if you notice, Aquaman has a Black Knight ring. He actually has a Black Lantern ring. So that could have something to do with it. Maybe. I don't know. They mentioned Lantern Fall, which I think is like a Green Lantern thing that may happen in the future. Fucking fingers crossed. I love fucking Green Lantern.
Yeah, no, this is a hint of what's coming down DC. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I like the animosity that his Wonder Woman son has.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. He's like, I'll kill her. I ain't got no problem killing her. It's like, dude, she's your mommy. Whose mom? Bitch gave birth to me. I was like,
he's
damn.
Like, she gave birth to me, but...
and it sounds like that. You think I'm just being like, just to be a fucking asshole and shit? No, if you read it that way, that's the way he sounds. Because the art is really good in this one. And you reading that panel where he's like, whose mom? No, she just gave birth to me. I was like, damn, boy, calm your ass down. But continues to be a really good comic. I didn't think Justice League would be this good. But
I didn't think Brian Hitch could actually write a comic book. I mean, nothing against you, Brian Hitch. It's just not many comic book artists can transition into writing and be good at it. And it's written well enough check out the story across, and there's some touching moments in there where he's talking to Superman. How much. Wonder Woman's son was raised by Superman apparently in the future, so that has a big part to do in like what's going on. He doesn't want anything to really happen to Superman, but he has to do what he has to do. So there's gonna be some conflict.
I do like the way he transitions to like heartfelt moments to next page. Oh shit! Everybody's beating up everybody. Hell yeah! I was like, enough with these tears. So some blood and guts.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So pick it up, Justice League.
Yeah.
All right. This was gonna be my pick of the week. It was.
Next is Venomverse number 3, written by Colin Bunn and drawn by Ivan Coelho.
Yeah, it's been actually Venomverse has actually been pretty good. I have yet to be like, this is a bad comic. I'm intrigued. I'm like in there.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens, and I like it. It's weekly.
Yes, it looks like it's weekly. I think it's maybe 6 issues. I think is what they're planning.
So it's almost done.
Yeah, this is halfway point.
Aw, I'm kind of sad now.
You can reread it. You can always reread it, boy.
True, I mean, true. Boy. But this issue was, it gets you a little bit more into the story, and it turns out that the poisons, that's what the little dudes are called.
Yeah, poisons.
The poisons, yeah, the poisons are actually, they have a plan, and they know how to fucking go against the leaders of the Venom stuff.
Yeah.
And against the symbiotes. And then they throw you a little curveball there. It's like, oh, you thought everybody was gathering for no reason?
Yeah.
There's a reason. And the best damn thing out of the comic is they bring a loose end in, and you didn't think it was going to be coming in. At least I didn't think.
I kind of expected
I thought they were going to bring the rest of the pack, not him. Not him, because if you guys ever read the symbiote stuff, there's a whole bunch of different symbiotes. There's Toxin, then there's the ones that the government has, the ones that they're like different colors and shit. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, Eddie Brock didn't bring those in, but they brought someone else, and it's really good. I like it because it's that much action packed, and it brings more animosity. It brings like, who can you trust? No one. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, it's for me. I don't like Venom all that much. I'm not a big Venom guy, but that might change. But the thing is, it's just a big budget, like kind of blockbuster. Like you can see this on a movie screen. You can replace some things here or there, but it can basically be on a movie screen, which is fine. It's just if you're into that sort of comic, then you're gonna like it.
This would make a perfect animation movie. With all the characters and all the way the symbiotes move and stuff. Yeah. I would think this would be one of those Marvel animations.
Yeah, but Marvel animations usually suck.
Yeah, they're not as good as DC ones, but I think this, like, once the series hits and they're like, alright, let's make it into a show or a movie. Okay. They go animation style. But it's good, guys. It leaves you a little cliffhanger, introduces someone else into the fight, and of course you have more people turning into symbiotes. Yep. And then, more cute little poisons here and there.
It's just, pick it up. I mean, it's just a summer blockbuster. That's all I can say. You're not going to get like a, oh my god, fucking mind-blowing story. You're just going to get a decent story. You're going to get a lot of action. Just be happy with that.
Yeah, it gives you enough questions. It's not like, oh man, you don't have to play detective with it. But it's a good action-packed comic.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to get into our pick of the week.
Yeah.
And we're going to start off with Romans. And man, this is a beautiful cover.
It is.
Especially
I wonder if the camera's going to pick it up. But let's see. It is Dark Knight's Batman The Red Death #1. It's written by Joshua Williamson, who is writing The Flash currently. And Carmine D.G. Okay, let me see if I can get this. Carmine D. Giamondo Mencio.
Okay, sounds about right.
Menicio. Fuck!
Menicio? Yeah, you're close enough.
Gennaro Menicio.
Like, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the DC superheroes, but Flash is up there. And I love this cover. This cover's amazing.
The cover is good. Now this is going to be kind of spoilery if you don't know what's going on.
Spoilers real quick. 3, 2, 1.
Spoilers. Alright. So,
tell the people why it's your pick.
It's my pick of the week just because, if you know me, I'm a sucker for crisis-like storylines. So I'm a sucker for alternate universes. That's always been something that I've liked. And basically this is a universe where pretty much all the superheroes are dead except for Flash and Batman. And Batman is saying, like, I could have saved so many people, I could have saved Gotham in general if I had your powers. So he basically knocks out Flash, gets his powers by, like, making an engine to his Batmobile.
Makes a cosmic treadmill into a Batmobile.
Exactly. And he just fucking just zaps his power. And that's how, when you see that particular Flash in the main series, the DC, the Metal? Mm-hmm. Yeah, written by Scott Snyder, this is kind of explaining who he is and why he's there. The whole thing is that he gets his powers, but everything still goes to shit. So the laughing Batman that you see, he basically gives him the option. He's like, hey, it's not fair because all of our universes are just meant to die. What if I told you that I can show you another place that doesn't? So that's basically what he does, is he brings them to this Earth. And it kind of pops in to where they're actually doing damage to the city, to like the normal city, to our city, basically. And there's some stuff with Iris, and of course Wally West, and I don't know, I just really liked it.
Was it Wally West?
Mm-hmm.
No, wasn't Barry?
No. Well, that's the thing. Barry shows up later, but...
Oh, okay, yeah, Wally, yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting, well, Wally is African kid now.
Yeah, like, Wally is African American now. Well, that's the thing. There's two Wally West now.
Is there?
Yes, because with the DC Rebirth, the whole thing was that Wally West was trapped in the Speed Force.
Yeah,
and he knows that what the hell's going on. Like, why am I back? And why am I seeing this? Like, something's wrong with the whole universe. That's when
he came on in the blue suit, right?
No, that was... What you're thinking of is the New 52, and that was Flash from the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's levels on levels here, people.
Yeah, they even explained this. They explained how messy the Speed Force can be, and that's probably it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just really cool to just see that, you know, you saw all these, like in Metal 2, if you haven't read it, go ahead and read it, but spoilers again for that. They show up, and it turns out that they're all Bruce Waynes, like all those that you saw in the promotional artwork.
They have
like it's a Flash, a Green Lantern, a Superman, or like a Bizarro Superman kind of thing.
So that's what they're gonna do, huh? They're gonna just give one shot introducing all these villains, how Bruce Wayne got into the bodies of these other heroes.
Yeah, basically how he's gotten their powers, or
because it's
what universe he shows up
from. It's the
from.
Flash, his body, but with Bruce Wayne's...
No, it's Bruce Wayne's body, but now Flash is trapped inside Bruce Wayne. But
he has Flash's powers.
That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
He's basically, like, the powers and Barry are now inside Batman.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you hear, like, throughout the whole story, once he absorbs him, and he absorbs his powers, you'll see, like, a subconscious, and that's the Flash. That's
be careful, because I almost mixed it. Because it's like... It's supposed to be the way he listens to the subconscious of the Flash. It's like so faded. I was like, oh, there is text.
Yeah, it's very light. I like the way they did that, actually. It gives you like another piece of storytelling inside just letter bubbles. Nobody does that. So that's why it's my pick of the week. It's a great cover, to be honest with you. It's drawn fantastically. And then the story is just top notch. It's just exactly what you would think it is.
The art in this is amazing. Just the cover alone. I mean, I like the story. I did. I like it how you could tell that if Batman ever decided to go bad, he would be one of the greatest villains ever.
Yep.
Because he is so smart and he knows so much that he's like, no one can stop me.
Yep.
And two things. I mean, since we're already spoiling, I love him with all the rogue powers. Like when he had the Captain Cold vision, he has like the mirror master gun. Yeah. And then the second thing is the Mad Max feel.
Yeah.
When he's running around his treadmill Batmobile.
Yeah, and
Mad Max, or I don't know if any of you are fans of hot rods or tattoos. It's that little Rat Fink style when he's running that. Love it. And plus when they mesh together, he looks that villain looks amazing.
Yeah.
And then makes you kind of know everything else from the other heroes coming up.
Exactly. That's the whole thing, is just wanting to see how they're gonna do that, because like Aquaman's powers you can't really steal. Like so maybe in that universe it's just Bruce Wayne was.
Oh, he comes out as Mara. Yeah, no, he has Mara's body.
Does he have Mara's body?
Yeah, but Mara's psychic.
Oh, okay.
She has that whole telekinesis thing because we were reading Aquaman. That's how I know. Yeah. So she has a way for him to kind of. But
so we'll see.
The thing
is, I'm into all these one shots.
They introduce a hero that might actually make a big difference in the whole metal thing.
Yeah.
Like when Barry Allen's fighting this Flash, something happens. And you're like, what? Yeah. But I guess they're like, Metal 3's coming, and get more answers to that. So exactly. It leaves you with a little fucking cliffhanger.
A little carrot on the stick.
But yes, guys, pick it up. Even I agree with this one. And I don't really agree with much of his picks of the week. And this one was just like, it's dark. Yep. The art's amazing. And then you have Flash fucking being like, come on, really, Batman? Really?
Alright, but you know what? He agreed with my pick, and I kind of agree with his pick. This one is Venom 154, written by Mike Costa and drawn by Paulo Sequeira. I believe is how you pronounce his name, not too sure. But, I'm going to go ahead and explain to the people.
This is for like, we're 15, 16 episodes in. This is the first time my pick of the week has no action in it, like zero. It is just storytelling. Yep. And why I picked it is because when you think of the symbiote, you just think of a parasite, a fucking leech or shit that needs these bodies host to function. Turns out they're giving the symbiote a conscience and a way of learning, and the best thing is he's learning from TV. Yeah. I love that so much because there's this one panel. Okay, the thing is, Eddie Brock knows that the symbiote could be evil, so he starts taking meds to control that whole anger, don't do bad stuff. So he kind of just injects himself with something and knocks himself out. Yeah. But so when he's asleep, the Venom symbiote starts watching TV and he starts learning about the world, and then he starts thinking. He starts thinking about everything. And I like this because if you guys are not a Venom fan, it's a good place to start. So it feels like a one shot. I know it's issue 150 something.
154.
Yeah, but it's a good way to start reading the Venom because it gives you so much Venom history. Yeah. It tells you all the hosts and bodies that the symbiote has had. Yeah. And what he thinks of them. That was fucking great. Exactly. Because he knows he has feelings now. He knows that he shouldn't do evil because he likes the feeling of being a hero. Yeah. I was like, so cool. Yeah, and that's the reason why I like this comic, is because it's something just different. It's giving the Venom it's fleshing out the Venom symbiote, because for a long time it was just Eddie Brock, like, hey, I'm a bad guy, fuck it, I'm in control of this Venom suit. It's always been about the characters, never about the actual parasite. Yeah, and it turns out the parasite is intelligent, and I love the part where Eddie's like, we're late on our rent, like they're gonna kick us out, so I gotta sell the TV. Oh, that was one of my favorites. Yeah. He's like, we need them. He's like, because during the whole comic, you're reading through Venom, the symbiote. But there's panels in here where Eddie Brock steps in when he's awake. Yeah. And he's gonna sell the TV. Yeah. And he's at the pawn shop, and he's like, so it's just small comic things. He's like, well, I can't control him not to stop selling the TV because he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to tell Eddie Brock that he has some conscience now. Yeah. And he goes, oh man, he's gonna sell my TV. But something happens, like it's an old model and the pawn shop don't want it, and he's like, I'm happy they didn't sell it. Yeah. And then the next panel is just him in the TV looking like a goofy little kid. Yeah. I love that. That's the thing. They make the Venom symbiote look so goofy. Like, I mean, the Venom symbiote is like sort of like a kid. Yeah, but it looked all, at least to me, it looked all innocent because he just had a big old grin. Yeah. Then he got his TV, he's just there. And like Eddie Brock is like crashed on the bed and he's just there staring at the TV. Well, that's the thing, is that the Venom like has control over Eddie somewhat, so he's able to put him to sleep. But he only does it like at certain times. He doesn't do it all the time. He doesn't want Eddie to start finding out. But like the button to this whole issue is just like, he goes through everybody that's had the symbiote so far, and apparently his favorite was Flash Thompson. He loved that he was a hero. He was like, I'd like being a hero. He liked that he he was a teacher to the symbiotes,
and
he was a leader of an army. Well, not an army, but a group.
Well, he didn't treat him like a parasite. Like
he treated him like a partner. That's right. He's like, I loved it when he called us a partnership.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I like that they trust me enough to teach other symbiotes to grow.
Yeah.
And
then the whole thing with like, but then he says something which I don't know, and it makes me kind of want to go back. Is where he says like. He says something to the effect that Flash Thompson
is gone.
Is
and
gone.
You feel that sadness.
Yeah, and he's just like he says like, but Flash will never want me back or something like that. So it's just like, oh shit, like something happened there. I want to know what happened there.
Yeah, because for the longest time, the Thunderbolts and Venom was Flash Thompson, and the whole wannabe Captain America style. But yeah, you kind of feel that that he has favorites, and then he has the worst that he'll never return.
Yeah,
he's happy they got hurt. I was like, okay,
like the Max Guardian.
Dude, that's another thing I liked about it. Mm-hmm. He understands the people.
Yeah,
because he's like, Flash hurt me, but it was for a better good. Mm-hmm. He goes, Eddie hurts me, but he doesn't do it as often as others.
No, he says like Eddie. Is never like mean or something like that.
Oh yeah, he's like
he never means to hurt us.
Yeah, he never means to hurt us, but he always does it for a cause.
Yeah,
I was like, damn. So like the symbiote does get hurt. He has all kinds of feelings and stuff. Like, so good. Then at the end, if you guys are a fan of Venom, you realize that when Eddie Brock turned, he had a conversation with a priest.
Yeah,
that priest returns, and it's such a good conversation between the symbiote, not even Eddie Brock, the symbiote.
Yeah,
because Eddie's not conscious. The conversation he has with him, fucking great. It gets you right in the heart too. And I was like, huh.
It's weird.
It's like the whole he's a little kid trying to be a grown up.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. It's good. Like I said, no action at all. He doesn't fight anybody. See? It's just him having a conversation with a reader about his life. You're like reading the Venom diary.
Exactly.
And he's giving you little points of, I'm not a bad person. I mean, I could be. I could fucking tear the world apart. But I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
It's good. I mean, surprisingly, it's a Venom comic, and I really liked it. It was never gonna be my pick of the week, but I strongly recommend it. Just like he strongly recommends the Red Death, I suggest this Venom because it's the first Venom comic where I actually liked it.
And when you think about it, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a kind of wordy guy. I like those wordy ass books, but every once in a while, it doesn't have to be wordy, but it doesn't have to be action filled either.
Plus, it lets you want to know. Okay, now that he has a conscience, where does he go from there? Mm-hmm. Because he makes a decision at the end of the comic of what he wants to be. Yeah. And it makes you want to keep reading, like, okay, let's find out what he wants. Yeah,
I mean, if Matt Costa is going to keep up this kind of writing style, I'm in. You got him.
You got him.
All right, now we're going to our trade back.
Trying to be all sensitive and stuff because this is a beautiful fucking casing.
This is...
it's like this, parchment paper?
Yeah. This is one of the older versions. This is like the... I want to say this is like the first run of the hardcovers, and I just found it at a comic book shop, and I had to buy it. I think an ex-girlfriend of mine actually bought it for me because like I wanted it so bad. She was just like, you know what, I'll get it for her. So she got me this. Awesome. It's great. It's Superman for all seasons. It's written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Tim Sale. I mean, basically the whole structure of the book is spring, summer, winter, or fall, winter. Like they all have a season, and they all have something specific for Batman. Superman.
Yeah, think of it like we just talked about how Venom talks about the character through someone else's eyes.
Yes.
This is what this is. You get 4 Superman stories, but 1 Superman story. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, they're all interconnected because it's about Superman, but it's more from the perspective of people that love him.
So point of, not all of them.
Well, they're all love stories, though.
They are love.
No, yes, and I'll prove
Superman,
it to you.
though? Okay. That story was one of the worst ones I didn't like.
Well, here's the thing: is the first one is Spring. It's about Ma and Pa Kent raising Superman, having the whole talk of like, hey, you're not from this world. You're an alien from like a far distant planet, and you have powers that can really help the world. But the thing is, you're gonna come across a lot of things, and it's heartbreaking. There's like Ma Kent is like seeing them have a conversation, Pa and Clark, and just like turning her back and crying. It's really touching. It's super awesome.
You know what I call the Spring story? I call it the parents' fear. Mm-hmm. All right, so you have this kid. He could be the greatest thing in the world, or he could be the deadliest thing in the world. And the only thing you have to make sure he's the greatest thing in the world is how you raised him.
Yep.
And then you start having the whole parent fear thing. Mm-hmm. Did I do a good job? Am I a good enough parent where he could be a good human person? Or, in this sense, a good superhero.
Yeah.
Of course, the mother's like, I have faith in my son, but the father's a little bit more realist, be like, I'm not sure if we did enough.
Yeah.
And they don't know the extent of his power, and the best scene off the first story is them talking on the porch. They're having an intimate conversation of, did we raise him right?
Yeah.
Should we do something about his powers?
Yes.
And meanwhile, the mom's like, you should have faith in our son.
Yeah.
You should have faith in our parenting skills.
Yep.
And the dad's like, I don't know. And she's like, and he's like, you think he could hear us? Mm-hmm. And the mom's like, no way. He's like so far away in the other room. Mm-hmm. And the next panel, you just see Superman laying back, just a sad teenage boy, because he's hearing this conversation about him, and which in the first story he doesn't really know who he is.
Yeah.
And he's coming to terms with his powers. That is by far my favorite stuff of the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, because it's so real. I mean, I don't know if any of you have kids and shit, but I helped raise a couple, and that is always in your mind.
Yeah.
Did I do a good job for them to be good human beings?
Yes.
And there's nothing you could do once someone is growing up and make their own decisions.
Yep.
Great stuff. The second story, it's in the point of Lois Lane.
Yes, it jumps into the future where they're
yeah. Clark is out of Smallville. He's in Metropolis.
Yes.
Okay, and it's Lois Lane, and it's like that. Think of it of a reporter reporting about a superhero. I didn't like it. It felt cold to me.
It's not that it's cold. It's just that.
Coming off from Warm Spring.
Yes.
You would think something like in the Summerline would be a lot more heartfelt. But it felt cold. It felt like with facts.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is you have to realize she's a reporter, so she's gonna think like that. But it's not cold. It's just logical. That's the whole thing. Is summer's hot, and you realize that the way she kind of talks about Superman, there's kind of there's a hint of lust.
There's a hint of lust. It's true.
So there's like different angles there where she doesn't know everything about Superman, and that's why she likes him so much. It's like I said, all of these are love stories in one way or another. It's just different versions of love.
Yeah.
So the second one, I agree, is a little is. Here's the thing.
Think about it. It sounds professional.
Yes.
She's writing a story for the Daily Bugle.
Yes.
And she doesn't want to tell her audience, you know what? If I could,
Daily Planet.
Daily Planet. Daily Bugle's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's all right. She's letting the audience know about the superhero. She doesn't want the audience to know. They'd be like, damn, he could get it.
Yeah.
If Superman wins, he could hit it.
Yeah.
But I like the closer to the end where she's connecting the dots.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And that's the reporter. That's her. Like,
but that was after she turned in the paper.
Exactly.
And it's the afterthoughts.
Exactly. And the third one is from the perspective of Lex Luthor. And the thing is, like, that's a love story to a city. It even says it, like, in the opening.
A love story to Siri, Superman's background noise.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
The whole thing is, like, it's a love and loss story. Like, he loves Metropolis so much. Like, he has a lottery for people. He does this and he has this and this and this. But as soon as Superman comes in, it's torn away. Like all the admiration.
That's how I read it. That's how I read it. It seems not like a love story, but a jealousy story.
Yes.
It's like I had something and you came into
But love and jealousy are the same, or two sides of the same coin.
True.
You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing. Is like he's pissed that Superman comes in and takes all the admiration and all the goodwill that he's built up, and he loves that. He's a megalomaniac. He's narcissistic, what have you. But
he is intelligent as fuck.
Oh, he's the smartest.
So he caught this. Okay, I hate the story, but I like how he calculated all Superman's powers, and he found a way to get rid of him through his weakness. I was like, damn, I was like, that's smart as hell. He hurt Superman so much without actually touching him.
Exactly.
I was like,
and that's the whole thing. Is just like that's what Lex Luthor is supposed to.
Yeah, he made him question of who he is.
Exactly. So I mean that's that, and then the fourth one is back to Smallville, and how Lana Lane has to. Lana Lane loves Clark Kent so much.
She liked the idea of Clark Kent before Clark Kent chose to reveal everything to her.
Exactly, and that's the thing is like he reveals everything to Lana Lane. Unlike Lois, where he reveals it so long. I mean, they grew up together, so there's already like an angle there, and then there's him telling everything, and then there's that. I mean, the artwork on this, can't say this enough. It's so good. But that, hold on. I'm gonna just finish this thought. Okay, finish the basically the page where they're rising up and they're giving like basically their last kiss, I have to let you go so that you can be Superman because you're so much more useful as Superman than just Clark Kent to me. And they share their one last kiss, and he's pretty much like flying her up, and they have their one last kiss, and then they have to evacuate Smallville because there's I guess a tornado or something's coming, a storm basically.
Storm's coming.
But now here's the thing.
Oh, before we get to it,
let's talk about art, and you can go ahead and say your piece. I'll say my piece.
All right. This art is weird. If you guys are fans of comic, it reminds me of Mighty Mouse. And the way they drew Superman, he looks like a thumb with hair. It's like chin neck, and he's all big and bulky. And it's just like 1920s, 1940s cartoons. Yeah. Even the colors are so faded. The only thing I hate the way they drew Lex Luthor because it reminds me too much of the 80-something movies.
70s? Yeah.
70s, late 70s?
Yeah, it would be, it would be set like 75, I think. Gene Hackman was...
Yeah, Gene Hackman with the fucking hair. I didn't like him. And I never thought of the Kents being old ma and pa style. I know they were ranch people, but we grew up with late 80s, early 90s cartoons, and all them they were young. They were oldish, but they look so tired. Yeah. They look so withered. They look so...
It's a hard scrabble life.
Yeah, they look like, man, even they... And, I don't know. Now that I think about it, it has a little bit of strong emotions, like the beginning panel where the paw is like struggling with his tent, the rock, and he just picks it with like 2 fingers. Yeah. And he looks at him, he's like... You motherfucker. He's like, I've been trying to do this all shit, you just come and do that. Yeah. I don't know, the more you read it, the more you get used to the thing. But the art was I mean, at best it was but it does get this point across it. It doesn't have the sharp edges and the dark colors I like for art.
That's why go ahead.
But it does get this point across. Like the whole kiss thing and the whole him in the farm and the mom and pa stuff. Like if you're reading it, you're like, oh man, they do look worried and shit like that. And the whole Lana Lang thing, that was the saddest one. Like she looks sad because even the way he introduces, he's like, I wish you wouldn't have told me who you were, because in her head, in her head, she had married Clark Kent, had a whole bunch of kids because they were both adopted and shit. She has this beautiful, wonderful story, and then you turn the panel, she's like, "But that was just a dream." Yep, gone. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I mean this is one of my favorite Superman stories.
It's a different Superman tale.
And that's why I like it so much. Like you talk about like you talk about the art style, like you were saying, all this kind of stuff. You like dark, you like darker colors, things like that. But that's the whole thing, is like the color palette changes throughout the book to match the seasons. Like there's you're right. You like, that's what you have to pay attention to. Like the whole thing is like it's drawn way differently. Like I think Jeff Loeb even says that, you know, Superman looks like a thumb with hair on it. And the thing is, like,
oh, that's right. You had a little story, no?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. If you want more of this, honestly, go check out Fat Man on Batman. There's a 2-part episode with Jeff Loeb. Kevin Smith does like these long form interviews with him. It's awesome
podcasts, but they're really good.
Yeah, they're awesome. Go ahead and check them out. I completely and utterly say go ahead and hear those.
The thing about the Fat Man and Batman is that he lets the artists just talk. They feel so comfortable, and then just let everything out.
They just let everything out. But the whole thing with like Tim Sale is like he had like so much pushback from DC because he looked like that, and like Tim Sale was like, he's like a fucking. He's a corn-fed fucking country kid. Yeah, he's gonna be built like that. He's gonna be or first of all, he's an alien. You know what I mean? But second of all, like, he's strong. He's a big kid. Like, that's what he is. And the whole thing with like the color palettes changing with each season. The whole thing with the here's the thing is, if you look at other Tim Still stuff, especially like the Batman story that he has, him and Jeff Loeb do The Long Halloween, another great story about Batman.
That is good.
Maybe we'll do a review on that. But the thing is, like, he draws Batman so angular. There's so many sharp angles to him. The thing is, Superman is much more softer. He has a lot more rounded edges. He would have a big chin, but it's not gonna be super angular, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's gonna be a little more a full, you know what I mean? And that's why I like this art so much, is because in contrast to a lot of things that he has done, it's so different. But even the coloring is different.
Yeah, like Superman's totally different. If you grew up in the 90s comics, late 80s comics, you had that whole dark S, and then you had the Death of Superman, and that's you had that long-haired, like strong-jawed Superman.
And you were talking about like how it's reminiscent of like 30s and 40s cartoons, things like that.
Yeah, you see Superman, he totally reminds you of Mighty Mouse. I don't know why. I see it and be like, it's Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, and there's like softer colors, which is something that Batman is always supposed to be. He's supposed to be he's the bright and shining example of what a superhero should be. You know what I mean? And that's why I like this book so much. That's why I do like the art style so much. Now, everybody's gonna differ on art style.
I don't agree on some of the stories, but there's enough stories to be like, okay. And you see Superman in a different light. You see Superman in the eyes of people that love and hate him. Yeah. And it's great. Because once you think Superman, you're just him trying to save the day, but they humanize him so much in this. Yeah, pick it up, guys. All right, that's gonna be our trade back and floppies, and you guys like what we select, you could always let us know. You know, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and just one of them. Pick any of them and just drop a comment. Just put comics. Tell us what you're reading. Tell us what you would like us to cover. If you like this trade bag, tell us what's your favorite story. If you don't like this trade bag, tell us a trade bag you would like us to read and review. And just all you want to be part of the conversation, just drop the comments. And always subscribe. Turn on notifications to let YouTube know that you're actually watching us. And follow on everything to keep on tags on with us. We do a lot of things. We have podcasts, we have music, we have videos, we have anything pop culture nerd related. We try to kind of let that out because that's what we like. And you want to take it the whole school way, we have an email. What's the email? You can go to citypod88@gmail.com, and in the comment or in the title you can put comics. Yeah, we're so nerdy that that we even got a sponsorship with some companies that know that we're nerds. Yeah. Come on, guys. You know, with Destiny out, with Call of Duty coming out, with Marvel out, you know, you get a little sweaty. Shit, I get sweaty. Look, I'm sweaty now. And you mess up the grips on your controller real easy. Yeah. Right? So we got sponsored with a grip company. Yep. Go to FadeGrips.store
and use our promotional code for 20% off. Grimworks, that's capital GRIMMWORKS, and you get 20% off of a lot of sticks. Because I know, like with me, with Destiny, I like sniping, things like that. You need precision, and you can't have precision if your thumbs are just moving off your sticks because you have sweaty hands.
Yeah, but it's more than just grips. They have controller covers, they have shirts, they have stickers. Yeah, you want to carry a banner if you guys are streamers and stuff. Exactly. And 20% is a pretty good discount, guys.
Yes. And go ahead again. That's GRIMMWORKS for 20% off.
Yeah, FadeGrips.store. Tell them Grimworks Save and get yourself some discounts. Yeah. But we're gonna start. He's gonna bring you tomorrow's list. Yeah. The way we go, it's the big two. Then he kind of just gives you a select of some of the indie stuff because everybody writes comics now and they all get published. So we're gonna make sure we don't give you the dirt, which is the good stuff.
Yeah, and just to let you know that, of course, you can always comment on our YouTube, like we said before, just like Prune. And he says, comics, the people want manga and manhua. I have no opposition to reading manga. I read a lot more manga than I would watch anime, so I'm down. Yeah. You suggested Prune, I'll read it. Give it to me.
Yeah, we're going to try to bring you a special edition of Comic Corner, which is anime and manga set, but people's schedule is kind of hard to,
align.
Yeah. But we're trying. We'll get you there. We read manga. We're there. We're otakus. Yeah. But yeah, we have a great selection of manga that we would love to talk about. Yep. So watch that for in the future. But Roman, give them the floppies for tomorrow.
Alright, so the floppies for tomorrow, starting with Marvel, is Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider number 8, Black Panther number 18, Cable number 5, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again number 5, Generations Captain America.
Is that a reprint?
No, that is just issue 5.
Oh, I thought I had issue 5, sorry.
No problem. Generations Captain America's number 1. There also is second printings for the Generations Hawkeye. Generations... Ooh, this is actually a new one. Generations Morales and Parker, Spider-Man number 1. So they're going to have another one like that. It's written by Bendis, so I'm down. Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale Series number 3. I Am Groot number 5. Infamous Iron Man number 12. Marvel Legacy, which is number 1.
That's their new big event.
Everything starts here. It begins at the dawn of the human race and ends with a child's prayer. In between, empires fall, mysteries brew, secrets are revealed, quests are undertaken, and legends are forged, all leading up to the dramatic return you've been waiting for, the one you've been dreading. Jason Aaron and Isad Ribic. Oh shit!
You know what? I wasn't gonna do this because we're trying to get sponsorship and stuff. But just because you guys are comic readers like we are, this is gonna be a $6 book because it's big. It's a big book. But if you guys are in San Antonio, Heroes in Fantasy for the Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. If you guys go pick up this comic, you could get it for the price, half price, $3.
Really?
Okay. Yep. So it saves you a couple of dollars.
Yeah, that's another comic right there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's a big one. And I know it was going to be $6. Yeah. So, go to Heroes. Grimworks say is like, who?
We have a few buddies there. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see if maybe we have something we can work out there.
Save yourself a comic price.
But yeah, go ahead and get you. But
it does look good.
It does look really good. The fact that it's Jason Aaron and Isad Ribic on the art. I love Isad Ribic. He's a awesome artist. So I will definitely be picking that up. But after that, it is Mighty Captain Marvel number 9, Mighty Thor number 23, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 23, Nick Fury number 6, Punisher number 16, Spider-Gwen number 24, Star Wars Jedi Republic, Mace Windu number 2, Thanos number 11, Venomverse number 4, and X-Men Blue number 12.
Sounds like a couple of titles we're gonna pick up.
Yeah, it looks like there's some good stuff this week from Marvel. Because for the last few weeks, they've been slacking.
Well, I mean, I guess they were just winding down to this event. No.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving on to DC Action Comics 988, which is the second part to the Oz Effect, so I'm definitely getting that.
Oh, that was so good, too.
Yeah, check out last issue for that.
Yep.
But American Way, Those Above and Below, number 3, Batgirl, number 15, Batman Beyond, number 12, Batman the Murder Machine, number 1, which is a Dark Knight's tie-in, so you might want to pick that up because it might sell out quick. They've all been selling out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Batman the Shadow number 6, Blue Beetle number 13, Bombshells United number 2, Detective Comics 965, Flash number 31, which is the next part of that, Bloodwork. So we're gonna get that.
What that happens.
Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 29, which looks like it's part 4 for the Fall of Gods. Cool. Hellblazer number 14, Justice League of America number 15, Justice League Power Rangers number 6. Commandy Challenge number 9, Mother Panic number 11, Nightwing The New Order number 2, Suicide Squad number 26, which again, another metal tie-in, and Wonder Woman number 31. And that will round out DC.
Alright, it's time to come the little indies all day in a little list.
I decided to add a little more because the last few have been
real short.
Real short, so
indies are hit and miss.
They're hit and miss, but I think I got a good selection of things that I'd want to read and things you might want to read that necessarily I don't, but you're interested in. Alright, so we're starting off with Archie number 24, and don't you dare talk shit about Archie. I love Archie.
They're the classics.
Alright, then Black Magic number 8, Black Monday Murders number 11, DuckTales number 1.
Woo!
I'm definitely getting that. It looks like it's the new art style from the new series is going to be coming out.
Oh, the new Disney cartoon stuff? Yeah, I like that.
Which art style looks really cool, so number 1. Lazarus X plus 66 number 3. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 19. Project Superpowers Hero Killers number 5. Rat Queen Special Orc Dave number 1. Rick and Morty number 30. Saga number 47. Spawn 278. Steven Universe number 8. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 74, Warhammer 40,000 Fallen number 1, WWE number 9, and Exo Manowar number 7.
Wow, that's just not a bad list.
No,
I would pick some of those up myself.
I'm trying to smooth down this list into just a rich list that you can just
like a spicy meatball.
Yeah,
again, guys. Whatever you pick up, let us know in the comments and see what we want to know what you guys are reading. For those that do watch.
Yeah, if you think we're fucking up and not picking up a Grim Fairy Tales book that you think we should be reading,
I'm great art, bad stories.
I'm gonna tell you should stop reading Grim Fairy Tales. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's gonna be the end of the show, and like always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Deuces.